Huh. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got us all fighting for freedom. Hey, yo. Too many dig themselves a grave and all these things come out to play. I wanna feel your nothingness, I'm just a figment in your brain. I remember broski told me that nothing is the same, and now we on the road to righteousness through thunder or the rain. I've got numbers on my mind, work's peak, coming home to my cause on my line. Never needed more hours, but I'm running out of time. Said I got bigger fish to fry. So as I breathe, feel the stress relief. See the best of me, never need a therapy. Just get them reading hella books and then defeat their enemies. This is the reason they are free, this is the reason they are wise. Fighting demons in their eyes, so vividly reflected like a simple piece of symmetry. The reasoning with life, no feeding them, no lie. No freedom with no fight. There's no freedom with no fight. There's no freedom with no fighting. We on the road to righteousness. There's no freedom with no fighting. We on the road to nothingness. There's no freedom with no fighting. We on the road to righteousness. There's no freedom with no fighting.
Too much passion in my words, I got freedom like no other. Too much scrapping on the curve, so much grieving for my brother. Got me scoping every angle like I'm keeping undercover. I know I'm a lot to handle, but I'm keeping it 100.
So never kissing, never telling. Listen when I tell him there's no wisdom in accepting till the system is rebelling. We got sisters we defending. Pressure builds like a piston in the engine. Got me infinitely ending. I feel the roots in my fingertips, cluelessly moving ish. Nobody knows what their purpose is. Cutbacks in services, scumbags and murderers. I'd off man, I burn a bridge. But underestimated values get stuck in the world of my premeditated plans to give up. It's kinda hard to explain, but this path is called pain. It's all target and aim, get your bag, then we cut. Fuck it. Take my mind away and meditate. No second place, no heaven's gate. Just Jevon's fate, yeah. Just Jevon's fate, yeah. Take my mind away and meditate. No second place, no heaven's gate. Just Jevon's fate, yeah. It's just my fate, yeah. So there's no freedom with no fighting. We on the road to righteousness. So there's no freedom with no fighting. We on the road to nothingness. So there's no freedom with no fighting. We on the road to righteousness. So there's no freedom with no fighting. Yeah, yeah.
Mic check.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
What's good? What's happening? What's happening? What's good? Back to the 1 o'clock shows. My goodness. Let's see how this goes. All right. It's 1 o'clock. Not a whole lot happened, but obviously I'm going to speak on what I want to speak on. All right. What's going on, Sparkles? Would you say vice versa? Well, it happens all across the board. The goal. Yeah, my original title was definitely men sticking up for women, and then it turns around, does a figure eight, a 180 or whatever, go backwards. But I changed that because that'll probably go over a lot of people's heads. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people won't admit it. So we're here. We are here. We're gonna definitely talk about let me say 11 not in, and not everything is gonna be a scratch. Sabotage from the chat, which y'all know a little bit about that because we talked about that last night, and lifestyle profiling. What's up, Drunk Meek? I'm already waiting. I appreciate that. I know that when I didn't have that 1 o'clock show, I thought you were going to give me a negative testimonial, you know. T Black, a man is an adult, a human male, nothing more, nothing less, subject over. You said or, so or what? You know what I mean? If you want to add on to that comment, let me know. RNY, what's going on? I love the headphones. Miss Senator, you're always like top 10 in the chat. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, all right, let's rock out. looks like we're gonna have some people in here, and shout out to the replay gang. Most are both are very much appreciative. Oh my god, hold on. No, I don't have to say, oh my god, I gotta drink some water or whatever. I had to take off my hoodie because it's it's freaking out outside. But anyway, let's see. There's Tushi. Tushi's in the bushes. In the bushes. Nothing wrong with being in the bushes. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of haters. You know what? Hey, listen, Tushi. Like I always say, if someone is significantly important that's in the bushes, I have the upper deck. It's more comfortable. It has refreshments and refreshments, snacks, all that good stuff. So enjoy yourself in the VIP upper deck. You're always welcome, Envy. I appreciate that, Miss Senator. But anyway, let's get into it. I saw something today. I said don't ever speak about Rodney again, right? But Rodney is just an example, okay? Is an example of how this kicks off. So I was at YTC's and I saw him hit the panel. And I believe it was JB, right? I don't think he got into it with Ken, but I know that he got into it with JB. But I thought it was probably going to be like, hey, I don't appreciate what you've done. Here's why. Let's have a meeting in the minds. I have no idea. I definitely didn't expect. Oh yeah, that's what's up, Tushi. I definitely didn't expect like it to be a kumbaya speech or anything like that. But when he started calling the man out his name and going into some other stuff or whatever, I was like, oh, okay. Okay, next thing you know, here comes the banner. Here comes the banner. And guess what happened with the banner? JB pulled up. JB had some audio issues, whatever the case may be. Ken pulled up as well. But it was like, okay, as soon as he heard YouTube cameras say, well, JB pulled up, he's going to holler at you about what you were saying. He's coming out the chat. And then Rodney was like, I'm going to go ahead and drop down. I'm like, no. Not if you sit up there and call bad out of his name and summons him or whatever. But the drop down, I was like, Jesus Christ. So it kind of goes into the Lemon situation I'm going to talk about now. But and I don't want Rodney to have to do like a segment of the show that the trolls or the mod stick or envies and that. So whatever. I really wouldn't care anyway. But at the same time, like, take some constructive criticism because I saw it and it was kind of weird to me. But anyway, all right. So the Lemon thing, right? So I said, Lemon, not everyone's going to be a scratch. Okay. So there's a couple different things here, right? Lemon's expectation is when you hit the panel, you're going to start hollering and screaming and doing the most. Even though I don't care if he says that it doesn't have to be theatrical, it doesn't have to be anything like that. But when it's not that, just to have a regular conversation, it's like, oh my God, this is a nothing burger. Oh my God, you won't speak this way. Jesus, he called you a bitch. He called you an asshole. Scratch, 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 scratch. Like, okay. Like, first of all, it's not going to be that way. But second of all, why not hit the person's platform that has something to do with your night show? There's so many different lives from like 6 a.m. to roughly 7:30 or 8 o'clock when you come on. I'll never understand why you don't join somebody's platform and ask them a couple questions. Like, hey, I heard this happen out here. What do you think? Okay, the person tells you a little bit about what they think. It's not taking the whole commentary at all, but what it does is it sets the person up for whatever is expected on the panel. Because my thing is like constant support, right? When a person drops down every day, like myself, when somebody hits the panel, me, and I don't want to be positive reporter. I definitely am all about being the content. I understand that it's going to happen. It doesn't matter if I come over here and sing nursery rhymes and, tell people about, all the great things about how I wish I was glad that I woke up this morning, so on and so forth, right? So why not approach somebody and tell them the expectations of what you want to end up on your show? That's what I would do. I would pull up to a 1 o'clock show, a 5 o'clock show, and be like, I heard this happen. this happened, that happened. I'm gonna have a show this evening. Do you mind? Do you mind confronting the issue, because it's like it's just not good enough to go up there and talk about a storyline. It has to roll out a certain way. I'm in my 40s. I wish I would go up there and start clapping my hands, running out of air and having to drink a 6 pack of water to go on your panel. So anyway, what's going on? Let's see, who do we got? We got Paulette. What's up, Paulette? Some good things have been happening. Paulette, you always keep us up to date. Cross sector, I do appreciate that. But Paulette, why you keep us up? Cross sector. Also, take a look at these frenemies versus not versus, but frenemies and beef sector breakdown, because I'd love to hear that from you, because obviously you're familiar with more people than a lot of us, Paulette. So absolutely would be great. What's up, Joan Robinson? How you doing? Good afternoon. Lou, what's good? What's good? OG Beauty, I appreciate you being in the building. Thank you for throwing the headphones. So anyway, again, I don't care about being content. Like, just because I say I'm a reporter, that just means I enjoy talking about what's going on the YouTube streets a little bit better, because hey, I want to see if my predictions are terrible or my predictions are great, and I want to see things play out so I can come back and talk about them. That's just my space. You can't look at anybody else's space and blame them for what they enjoy doing. And please, okay, as I said, Lemon, I honestly think that nobody on the internet, I don't give a damn who it is, should scratch and do all that without you coming out. And I wouldn't say your expectations or whatever, but hey, if you want somebody to come up and be blindsided by a storyline, they go up there to talk, then all of a sudden it's like, boom, do this, boom, do that. No. Like, you be out here swinging and banging and telling people what you have going on, and then inserting yourself in a storyline. It's almost like calling me a positive reporter if you're not willing to throw yourself in the mix. That's how I see it. But anyway, chat, okay, and sabotaging from the chat. I know that a lot of people think that this is like Molly's segment here, but I will use Molly as an example, right? So I have no idea, especially the people that have been in the chat for a long time. What do you not do? Like, literally, what do you not do? We don't care about when somebody has to leave. Okay. Like, I have no idea why anybody jumps in the chat and says, I'm leaving. I'm out. Okay. Well, okay. What's up with the announcement? You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving. I'm out. All right. Well, we'll holler at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you the next day, or we'll see you never. So it doesn't necessarily matter. But Molly and other experienced people in the chat, why do you announce other people's lives and then expect somebody to, like, oh yeah, it's all good or whatever, and then mock people in a chat saying, oh, I thought that, or I wanted to do that intentionally? Like, why? Like, what is the end goal of that? Like, everybody's gonna run over to somebody else's live and to check out what's going on. Hey, Jay Dunn and Rick Reed, they're writing they're writing rules of engagement and all that other stuff for the beef sector versus the frenemies. Okay, cool. R and are going to talk about that a little bit later, but I just don't understand. And then when somebody says something, I don't get why you're not really to address the issue. You could say anything in the chat. We say that you could say anything about behind these gray screens here, but honestly, from the chat, you have free will. Sometimes I call people letters and avatars. That doesn't go for everybody, because when you're participating in the chat, that's cool. So I really wanted to cover that as well. Let's see here. Lifestyle profiling. Okay. So a lot of lifestyle profiling comes from people being in situations. When I call people like in uniform, that definitely means somebody that's hypocritical. That doesn't necessarily mean the police, the FBI, the CIA, nobody else like that. When I say people in uniform, I'm talking about hypocrites. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, coming out here, and my original title, as I said, the men sticking up for women, but then we're profiled. Like, women think that they have like all this, oh, we're our backs against the wall because of this, and this. Well, don't you think when men come out and protect y'all that our backs are against the wall because of lifestyle choices? And what I mean by lifestyle choices, let's say you're a biker, let's say you're a poker player, let's say that you don't go to church, whatever the case may be, like, we are most definitely in the struggle. It's not like we have some kind of societal past to be stepping up for, every woman. And then they get mad by they say a woman doesn't have any, reason to come out here and fight for the men. And it's like, okay, well, I don't necessarily need you to come out here and fight for me. I just, a little pat on the back, or a little let me dust you off and send you back out there would be great. Oh, hey, oh, I missed meow meow. I'm tripping, my bad. So like today, I'm just starting to get into my, as I said, I'm just starting to get back into my 1 o'clock flow. I wrote down a few things I just wanted to say because it rolls into other things that hopefully I could see what happens tonight. And as I said, like rolling into the 1 o'clock flow. And I'll be honest with y'all, content at my rate, especially with two shows, is really, really, really hard to dig up because literally there's no beefs. There, like, who's beefing? Nobody. There's no there's no storyline. Nobody's going on a vacation. Nobody's doing this. Nobody's doing that. What in the hell am I going to talk about? Absolutely nothing. I'm just tapping in real quick. This probably will be the fastest live we've ever had. Okay. So as I said, Lemon, if you could do like the same solid that you want done for you. I don't know if it's some kind of celebrity status or whatever. Got to have 900 people in the chat for you to drop down or hit the panel, but don't complain how people bring it to the evening show if you're not willing to at least do that. It's crazy to me. Hey, on a daily basis to support, and then all of a sudden, like, what you support, that it's not the right support, and you don't return the favor. You know what I'm saying? Not favor, but don't return the same respect. What's up, Miami Popo? What'd you say? You said initially I was cool with y'all resolving it, but after hearing his racist remarks toward black women, I'm good on Buddy. Hey, tell me, OG Beauty, I did hear about that. Could you please let me know, because I believe he got offended. He got offended when I was like, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know about like that mixed race situation. Or I did allude to exactly what you're saying, but just let me see. Make sure. What's up, Miami Popo? I think I said what's up to you, but OG Beauty, can you tell me exactly who that is? Because I don't want to get it wrong. Because as soon as I say a name, it's going to be pull up the Lemon's platform and address this. He said that you're an asshole. Are you going to turn up? So tell me who that is before it causes some kind of turn up. You know what I'm saying, OG Beauty? Because my thing is, and what's not different? Did you see? Oh my gosh. Okay. Did you see Diva's wall post about racist comments and stuff like that? That was kind of crazy. I was trying to lock that into who exactly she was talking about. I know that she was talking about God, Jason, and then a couple other people, but that was very interesting. But OG Beauty, who exactly are you talking about? Because as I said, like, I think I know, but I don't want, like, 3 hours from now, you threw somebody's name into something that didn't need to be thrown in there. So If you could type that, that would be amazing. Because based on the name that you put down there, I definitely have like a rollout. I don't give a damn who it is. I'll say whatever I need to say, whatever I want to say it. So you just type who it is. But anyway, I don't know if you guys agree. I don't know if you guys agree at all whatsoever with anything that I said, that a person shouldn't have certain expectations if they're not willing to be involved in the situation. And then you see somebody like type in every other chat. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with any of the commentary that's going to happen throughout the day. It's like type. Well, why are you watching from my bushes if you want something to happen in your show? Yes, I'm talking about Lemon, but there are other people. OG Beauty, who are you? OG Beauty, who you talk about? I just need a name, because whoever that is, I will most definitely go in about it and ask you if I'm on point. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. So I guess you'll let us know soon. And then be appreciative of others. Please hit the like. Oh, there you are. Appreciate that. Okay. All right. You want the link. You want the link. All right. You can get the link. Let's see here. Jin, don't pay die or the Italian biker no mind. Right, Jin. But the problem is people wanted me to pay it mind. And I try to tell people ahead of time. I was like, why pay a person mind? Why pay a person mind that you don't know about? I'm gonna argue with somebody when somebody starts giving me like different viewpoints and stuff like that. Is this the one that made, or what'd you say? Is IB is the one that made or make racist comments to who? Like black women or something like that? And if y'all know this, hold on. If y'all know this, oh shit. Hang on, let me put my earplug in real quick. Or not earplug.
Make sure you put up your banner. I could have been a porn bomber.
Fuck the bet. I don't care.
I could have fucked your show up.
I know if something goes bad,
but I would never. I'm too lazy. I wouldn't porn bomb or do all that weird shit. Anyways, now you made a hell. I don't even think like that. I'm gonna talk my shit though. But now you had a very cool conversation with Mr. Diet.
Yeah.
Right. Isn't it? That's over between you and him. Right. I was messy. I definitely instigated that. I was right there instigating and scaring the pot. Oh, even things you didn't say, I said you said it. I'm like, oh, Amy just called you a pussy ass nigga. I like he really didn't say that, but I'm egging on the bite.
Right.
Y'all good now, right?
With that part. I guess. I mean, honestly, as he said, there's nothing more to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess. I haven't checked in with him since I was on your panel. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't. I mean, what are we supposed to be, like, friends? And these people, were you aware of this? About, hey, did you guys learn this today or before about his racist comments toward black women? Did you know that was a thing?
I found out in the moment, like when Diva hit my link.
Yeah.
I feel like the thing is with what happened last time on my show. The thing is I was not. It wasn't to say, "Oh, Sour Patch is a racist" because she said the N word to me. Yeah. I brought it back up because she mentioned it on my show the night before, prior to the show I did yesterday. So I brought it back up because right before I went live, I just so happened I'm subscribed to Mika and I went to her show, and Sour Patch was like coddling Krista and saying Lemon's always talking about you. He needs to drum up attention to bring you up. You moved on. You're doing your big one. And all this weird shit. I'm saying, but did you forget what this woman said about my niece and implying I haven't had sex and like that shit hit me differently. But when I was cool with Sour Patch, she was against what Krista said about me and my niece. But now that we're no longer cool, now she's like, oh, he's a bully. He's picking at you. He's starting with you. You're doing your own thing. Let's go, girl empowerment type shit. But it's like you're
Right.
fake as fuck. Your angle and your tone against me is only like this because we're no longer close like we used to be. So that's why you were there. I didn't say Mika was dragging me. I never said none of that. But when I saw Sour Patch
Hmm.
spearheading this motherfucking campaign of like me attacking Krista, all I said at TMOs was I was leaving. When Krista hit that lane, she started calling me big goopy bitches and dragging me. I have not been bothering Krista at all. So to see Sour Patch
No,
ain't on my
you
baby,
haven't.
you always loud, but you want to be seen. You want to make it seem like you rocking and popping, like you cooking. You're doing your big one, baby. Let me tell you a fuck thing. You ain't doing a fuck thing. Like I don't know who I might have gassed you up. You did tell me I gave you the courage, the confidence to hit links because you didn't used to hit links. But since my Discord, shout out to my Discord, um, it built up the courage for you to hit links because she didn't used to hit links before my Discord. She didn't hit links. She used to be a chatty patty. But
Right.
because of
Okay.
me, I built this monster. That's why she hits links today. Because of my Discord. And she gave me my accolades and my props. You're welcome, bitch. And I gave you a bestie. But what you better do, bitch, is mind your motherfucking business. You always somewhere hating on the sidelines against me, finding a way where you can position yourself to talk shit about me disparagingly. Like if it's against Lemon, here you go. You're there, bitch. Batman signal in the sky, bitch. Here you come, hating, and you got motherfucking rotten teeth at the bottom, bitch. I want to know about that. You can say what you want to say about my dental work, but I fixed it. Whatever was broke here, I fixed it, bitch. You over here working and swinging and banging for the free 99, bitch. I got a dental plan and I paid for my teeth to get fixed. Levels. You ain't on my motherfucking level. You're a hater. And you ugly. You be talking like you a baddie, like you a video vixen, bitch. I can find 1,000, bitch. You don't even look better than Krista. You just here. You average as fuck, and you got ugly titties.
Not ugly titties, so you tripping. So OG
The
Beauty
fuck?
said, "Why were you upset last night? I haven't seen you in that turned up in about 2 months. What shifted your energy?
OG Beauty was
What's up,
with
Sula?
with the comment with when I was saying one thing and then Diva came up about another issue and I didn't know her issue was with diet and her husband. So I
Mm,
kind of felt like I'm caught in the middle, but I kind of felt like, and this is my opinion, my perspective. I kind of felt like she like I respect you. I respect your gangster. I respect how you give it up, but you're not gonna come to my shit
mm.
like G checking me, like you running shit. I'm
I
not scared
heard
of you, like
that.
type shit. Yeah, like if I'm meeting you, halfway, meet me halfway. But when
Mm.
you're trying to flip it, like, oh, you're gonna say Sour Patch is, I never said Sour Patch was racist. I said she said the N word, and that's a fact. But you're confronting me with new news that I was not privy to about what Dyer or her husband and whatever said was said in the black sector. I didn't know this. So when you confront me with new news, I gotta process it. I gotta hear it, and I still didn't hear her live or if Diva went live. But I kind of felt like her energy yesterday. She was like trying to little boy me, like trying to G check me. And it's like
Yeah.
you took me to the ring already. You done already disrespected me to the ultimate and I still have you back on my platform. But another thing, what you're not gonna do is think you can come back and still feel like you're running shit on my shit. You're not. And I had to let her know.
What
And
was her request though? Like what? I mean, what was
her
it? Like,
request was she was mentioning like Mr. Diet saying racist things and he said this and that. And
mhm.
at the time I'm processing it, but I didn't hear it because I'm live. So this is a real thing. And I kind of feel like she wanted me to be on her level with like, well, you're trying to come at Sour Patch, but you got Mr. Diet up here and Mrs. Diet up here, and she condones him being racist. He said this about that. He said now her points, her standpoint was very dope, but I didn't hear it. So it was like
Mhm.
you want me to react on something I didn't hear. But on top of that, of her telling me what she was mad about, I kind of felt like she was still trying to G check me or little boy me. And I feel like that's like you already done enough to me, and I still have you on my platform Be respectful. I'm hearing what you're saying, but don't talk to me like that. And I felt like she was talking to me a certain way, and I didn't like that. So I had to check it. And you got to check shit at the door because they feel like they can run amok on your platform. Yes, you can dox. Yes, you can do this and that. Yes, you have a team who might come after me. I don't give a fuck about none of that puss ass shit. But one thing you're not going to do is try to make it seem like when you hit my motherfucking lane, you running shit. You're not running a fuck thing but your mouth.
Whew. Jesus Christ. I mean, I didn't know. Well, my thing is yeah, I saw that happening.
Sorry.
You guys had a horrible.
Don't let nobody. I don't want nobody to feel like they like Freddy Krueger, they motherfucking Michael Myers, Jason, nigga. None of those niggas. Yeah, you might feel that way, but you better respect my gangster. Because if I'm treating you with respect, you better respect my shit. You feel me? That's it. I like respect. You respect me. I respect you. You disrespectful. I'm disrespectful. That's it. Very simple. This ain't math. This ain't fucking science. This is common sense. You meet me with disrespect, I'm going to be a disrespectful motherfucker towards you because you're not coming to my shit like you running shit. This is my shit. Respect my shit. Because I can't come to your camp disrespecting you. I got to respect your rules and how you want to run it. But it's like they try to think like, lemon pussy, I can say and do what I want. Can you? Can you? Oh, you going to fuck around and find out. And she found out last night.
Can I ask if what Sour said was true? Because if so, okay. All right. Glad you're here. I didn't know.
What up, Mr. Diet?
What's up, my friend? I just want to. I saw somebody say something in your chat, one of your mods, about what I said. Okay, I'm here to clarify because see what's not being done is the whole fucking truth. Did I say what I said? Sure the fuck did. I've never denied it. But what they're not saying is they posted my son up. My son was 19. He committed a crime, not condoning what he did. He made his bed. He has to lie in it. My son's half black, like you are, Envy. His mom's black. They were trying to say it was a race killing. Had nothing to do with a racial. He's half black. Trying to make it seem like this young man was just an innocent, perfect little boy. No, he wasn't. Now, he didn't deserve what my son did. My son killed him. The boy did not deserve that. I'm not saying any of that. But the boy wasn't as innocent as people were trying to make it seem. He was in the streets, but not heavy. He wasn't in the streets heavy, but he was in the streets. So they turned around and posted that. They posted my daughter. My granddaughter. They've been attacking and lying on me for fucking months before I responded. And finally, I told them, damn right, if I find pictures, because I didn't have any, if I find pictures, I will Photoshop them and I would do this, that, and the other and put them on the dark web. I only came up with the dark web because I saw it on a LifeLock commercial on TV talking about it. All right. Not even 24 hours later. I had a bunch of people, they understood why I said what I said, but they all came to me and said, yo, that was kind of rough. I apologize to everyone. Even the one that put my wife in jail, I apologized to her personally. She accepted it. And when her and my wife fell out again, then she started this bullshit again. So no, that's not what they're only telling half the story. All right. Then they want to say that I'm this big old racist. Okay, you can say that I'm a racist. Okay, because I have no white friends. I truly have no white friends. All my friends are black and Spanish. All of them.
I kind of figured that, to be honest with you.
They turned around. We're going to talk about Diva Tomahawk. That bitch called me massa. What black woman would call a non-black man massa? Did it for like 2 weeks before I finally fucking responded. She fucked with my ethnicity. My parents were murdered when I was a kid. My mom's best friend, who was from England, adopted me so I wouldn't go into the fucking system. So she was fucking with both my adoptive mother and my biological parents. And I turned around and she was calling me out, calling my wife a bed wench, calling her a slave, calling her a maid. I didn't say shit for almost 2 weeks. And when and then she threatened me with her uncles. She threatened me with her cousins. She said she was coming to Philly to kick my wife's ass when we were living in Philly. My wife was outside for 4 fucking days. This bitch never showed up. She's all bark, no bite. Hang on. We're going to keep going. So she wants to put this shit out there. And yeah, I told her I beat her ass like a runaway slave. She wants to bring race into it. I'm going to bring it into it. You know, because what they fail to realize, or what they think should happen, because my wife's black, my children are black, my in-laws are black, my friends are black, that they can attack me racially. And because they're all black, I'm not supposed to say nothing racially back. No, fuck you. So I told her ass.
That's fucked up, though, for you to say. That's really fucked up.
Oh, but they could turn around, but they could call me master cracker, honky, and all this shit. That's fine. But if I say something that's wrong, no, that's a double standard, double hypocrisy. You attack my Italian heritage, my lineage. So I told her, damn right. You can say whatever you want about my mom and dad. My mom, we can go back to the 7th century in Italy. My dad to the 11th. Bitch, she can't go back past 1865. That's a fact. So, no, you can't come at me racially then expect me not to retaliate after I've been quiet, let you get away with it for weeks. No. But she never wants to talk about how she crossed state lines and stalked a woman and her children. Went to California to stalk a woman and her children. Posted this man's daughter, a guy's daughter, and his grandchildren who aren't on social media like that. They're on Facebook or whatever. But I'm the bad guy, I'll be that. I have no problems being that. You want to make me the bad guy, I'll be the bad guy. But what I'm not going to do is allow you to be do all this shit and then turn around and say just because my family and my friends and my in-laws are black, I'm not supposed to respond back the same way. No. Love, what they say, all's fair in love and war. Yeah. So you don't get a pass because you think I can't say something. No, it ain't happening. And you can hate me. You can say I'm all this, that, and the other. You know, the people who truly matter and know me. They know what's going on. They've heard the things I've said. My wife's family's like, yo, that was rough. We understand. Even though it may have been rough, they understood. You can't just sit there and let people just talk to you any old kind of fucking way without any type of fucking repercussions eventually. So no, yeah, that's what's going on. So they started with my children. I retaliated. They just didn't like the way I retaliated.
Now, do you think that it has to? Okay. I know that it's in your immediate family, so like this is different. But do you believe that some people say, "Oh, my friend of my friend's cousin is black, so I'm not racist"? No. You know what I'm saying? Because that's probably what a lot. Hold on. That's probably what a lot of people hear, right? Now, as I said, it's a little bit closer to you because it's immediate family. But they see it as a convenient racist card at that point.
Well, I can understand. I can understand that if it was just my wife and her family, and all my friends were white. All my friends say all my friends were white. I could actually see their point because I know white women who date black men. That's all they date are black men. But they hate black women. And all their friends are majority white. See, that's a little bit opposite for me. I have no white friends. You can't go on my wall. Now, my club, when I was active, yeah, we had white members. But the black members will all tell you I was never hanging out with them. I was always with the brothers. Always.
Let me ask you this. Okay, so I know you hang around. I know your club or whatever. I get it. I know the racial dynamic. Why'd you choose to? I mean, was it a choice, a preference? You just were around black people. Like, how did you become around all these black people? Because, damn,
I grew up in Brooklyn in Bay Ridge on the poor side, where I was one of 3 nightlights. There was me and 2 Irish kids living in an all black and Puerto Rican neighborhood. In my high school, we were the only 3 non-black or Spanish kids in our high school. I grew up around the whole fucking thing. I've never even dated a white girl, ever. I flirt with them. I think I'm not saying white women are ugly. I've seen a lot of beautiful white women. I'm cool with, but taking it to that next level, I've never done that. Never been with a white girl like that. So, no, they can push that shit to the side. Like I said, if I can understand their point, if I had all white friends or majority white friends. No, I have no white friends. None. None. I was talking to
Then
a
you
white
should
dude
know
at
the
work.
sensitivity, right? You should know the sensitivity
I
then of your friends.
I understand the sensitivity, but at the same time, you can't turn around and throw it out, but then get mad when it's thrown back at you. I know what my people have been called. If you know anything about Italian history here in America, I know what my people have been called, all the racial shit we've been put through. I understand the sensitivity of it, but at the same time, you can't turn around and be racist to someone and then get mad when they throw it back at you. So that's a double standard, that's hypocrisy, and that's selective outrage.
Now, do I feel about this? Okay, so a lot of us will say, okay, cool. You got black friends, you got black kin, you got black whatever. But the thing is, you can always use your white, quote unquote white, let's just call it privilege, because I got no other way to explain it. You see what I'm saying? If you go into the court of law, you go into a store, you go into whatever, you're treated differently because you can put your hair back or whatever, wear a decent shirt and be a white guy, the next day.
And you are 100% absolutely correct. And you know what? You can ask all my black friends and even my wife and her family. I don't play that shit. True story. Real quick. Memphis, Tennessee, when I first moved here, fucking 20-something years ago, when I was here for a couple of years, my mother-in law's best friend, and my wife, my mother-in-law wanted to take me and my wife out for dinner, for lunch. We went to Ruby Tuesdays. I have a habit. As soon as I walk into a restaurant, I walk into the fucking bathroom. For some reason, I was in there longer. I don't remember everything I did, but I always grew my beard, grew my hair. I come out. We were the first ones there, the first ones. So I come in, I see my wife, my mother-in-law, my mother-in-law's best friend. I see two elderly white women sitting next to them. They already had drinks, menus, and their hors d'oeuvres were already been ordered and coming. My mother-in-law and my wife knows what I drink. I drink unsweet tea. No menu, no coasters, no nothing at my table. The white waitress came and I asked what the fuck was going on. I threw such a fit. We got our dinners comped and all four of us got a $50 fucking gift certificate. I don't play that shit. My wife went to a Chinese beauty store. I'm sitting outside. I hate shopping with women. They take fucking forever. I'm sitting outside in my truck. My wife calls me. I'm like, what's going on? She said, these motherfuckers are following me. I said, what? I walked up in there and I fucking handled that shit. They stopped following her. So no, I know it exists. And just because that exists still doesn't give anyone the right to be racist towards anyone else. You can't sit there and be racist to somebody and expect it not to come back. My couple of our friends, I've done the same shit for them. I understand, my skin tone gives me certain benefits in certain situations. And if it benefits me to help you or it benefits you to keep you out of shit, if you're my friend or my brother, that's my responsibility and duty to do it. And I do it on a regular fucking basis, even now.
So you're saying you're the token white guy that shows up and gets his black folks out of trouble?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when shit happens, if you're in some shit and you're my friend, and if I can minimize it or help you get out of it, my job as your friend is supposed to fucking do that. Exactly what I'm supposed to do if I say I'm a friend. Not an ally, not a token, no, none of that. If I'm your friend, I've gotten people out of shit just dealing with Italians in New York. Just because people don't know certain things about, Italian culture, they're fucking dealing business with Italians, they fuck up, that could get them killed. I've stopped a couple of that shit happening back in the fucking late 80s because people don't know. But like I'm saying, at the end of the day, you can't sit there and be fucking racist to somebody and then get mad when they throw it back at you. Period.
Is your wife familiar with MGO, Proud Black PhD Diva? I guess what MGO is saying basically is she talks very she anyway, the way she said it is strip me of my blackness simply because I don't speak. Like, I guess that's in slang, and you thought it was funny. Now let me ask the chat this real quick. I'm going to continue the conversation with him, but if you guys knew this, okay, if you guys knew this like last night, the day before, why did you guys want a performance between me and in IB? I don't understand. I didn't see one chat that said, "Oh yeah, you don't have to fuck with him because he's racist." Like, this is like real new to me. I have white friends and a ton of white family members, and I cannot disrespect them racially. Okay. So you got it right down the middle that you don't have empathy because you don't have to go through what we go through. You know what I'm saying? Because once you say like, hey, I stepped in and tried to help with my white friend or with my black friends, that's literally almost like us putting you in the driver's seat and us jumping in the passenger seat when we do something bad. So you understand racial profiling that.
No, hang on. It's not that you did something bad. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we go to a restaurant and your service is fucking poor and they're using it as excuse. Here's another true story that happened with me, my wife, and a black friend of ours that we were truck drivers. We stopped outside of Atlanta. We were heading west. And outside of Atlanta, there's this mall. It's on the south side of the highway. And in that mall, in the big parking lot, is a fucking Olive Garden. We pulled our trucks in there. When we went in, it was packed, so we sat at the bar. When the bartender was a white woman. When she thought my wife and my friend Willie were together, we had good service. When she realized me and my wife were together, all of a sudden she chucked our fucking coasters down, slammed our drinks on there, and just had a fucking fucked up attitude. Oh, I went the fuck off over that. We got our shit discounted half price, and we had fucking gift certificates mailed to us. So what do you mean? I jumped in the driver's seat. No. This just happened recently for graduation for my wife's cousin. Her sons are autistic, and they're kind of heavyset. So they're autistic, some of them can be a little socially awkward. Plus, they're big boys. And they went in to get fitted for their fucking prom dance. They were getting suits. Where they were at, and this was a black woman who disrespected them completely. Oh, they're too big. I'm a big boy, and I shop at the same fucking store, but on the other side of town. I actually know the fucking owner. When she told me she was disrespected and left the clothes, and they came to the other store, and she was all upset. Her boys were upset. I went straight to the owner because I know that. Look, what the fuck happened? And we went over there and handled it, and she got her shit fucking discounted. So no, she didn't do nothing wrong. Them boys didn't do nothing wrong. What? If I can help, I'm not supposed to fucking help? I'm not saying you went out there and robbed somebody and I'm supposed to fucking try to help you. Nah, dude, you robbed somebody. You got caught. What the fuck? I can't do nothing about that. But little social injustices like that, if I can fucking step in and do something, anyone who says that, they're not on that bullshit, they're supposed to step in. I'm not talking about if you're out there breaking laws and shit. My son, he fucked up. I didn't try to defend him. My son got 37 fucking years. So, I mean,
Can't really do. He can't really defend
Yeah, I'm
somebody.
like,
Yeah, like that.
you can't defend nothing. You cannot defend nothing like that. You can't. But little social injustices, if I can do something I'm supposed to.
So
Period.
do you think you? So you think that you were attacked? You think that you
I
were attacked
was.
racially, and you weren't supposed to? You weren't supposed to basically shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah, I was
I,
supposed to
I
just shut up and be a good little old
white
little
guy.
centipede. Yeah, I'm supposed to just sit on the sidelines with my thumb in my mouth. Say, yeah, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'll be your cracker. I'll be your honky. I'll be your massa. I'll be all this other shit. Oh yeah, my wife's a bedwitch. Yeah, she's a slave. She's no. I'm a fucking man first. Period. Period. And I let a lot of shit slide because I know he can't be sensitive. If I was all this, they're trying to say, why didn't I clap back the fucking same day? I didn't. I waited for 2 weeks with this bitch doing the same shit, calling me massa. And like I said, what kind of fucking black person's gonna call a non-black person massa? Really? Are you really that fucking stuck in your fucking ignorance? You can't sit there and do that shit and expect everybody to sit back because I'm not the one who's gonna fucking sit back and take it. Not me.
I don't think that me personally, I don't care what race you are. I definitely don't think that you should use the race card against somebody. The reason why I say that, right, is because it's like,
You are absolutely right.
well, as soon as you get, the thing is, I don't like it when somebody gets into an argument and their go-to is to say something I can't say back to you. If you call me the N-word, I'm not supposed to be like, whatever Italian thing against you.
That's what some people expect.
Right. But it's very, very y'all are idiots, feed into anything discussing the black sector trash. Okay, got it. No, it's just somebody writing a comment. But what did you try to say something along the lines that wasn't racist? Like, for example, like don't disrespect me and I won't disrespect you, or it went
I started
straight
off with that. I said that's fucked up. Before I said it came back. Before I came back when she attacked my fucking son, I didn't fucking come back. I said, don't sit there and lie on my son. Yeah, he did what he did. I'm not defending anything my son did. He fucked up. He made his bed. He's got a lie in it. But they tried to put race in. I said, no, that's not what happened. Stop with the bullshit. Then when they did that, when Diva did that shit to me, I'm like, really, Diva? Are you so weak-minded? That's how you're going to keep going? She fucking kept going and kept going and kept going. And I told her, you need to stop this shit because you're not going to like it if I do it. She kept going, so I finally popped it and did it back to her. So I'm supposed to sit there and just take abuse for 2-3 weeks and not say nothing? No. It went on for almost 3 weeks before I finally clapped back. That's a fact. But see, she's not telling nobody that. None of that. It just said, oh, this white man said this, that, or the other. Really? Okay, yeah, I'm not denying anything I've said. I'm 10 toes down. I'm 10 toes down. But you're not going to sit there and say you didn't do nothing. I just all of a sudden magically decided to do this. What? Are you out your fucking mind?
Let me ask you this, like in our unfortunate situation that we're past now, we don't even need to bring it up again because that's not what we do. Let me ask you this, like your wife was like, and she, as she should, any woman should, stand up for me, this man was disrespectful, so on and so forth, right?
Right.
Do you not think that it would have been a lot more responsible for your wife to stand up for you in that particular race situation?
No, because it's not race. It was man and man, not black man or half black man or whatever you identify as. All right, that's you. It was a man on man thing. That had nothing to do about ethnicity. And she's like, oh, and I saw the pictures that were going around. You look more white than anything. And when you said your dad was black, I was laughing and I said your dad ran out of toner. And I heard that from a dude that looks like me. But you see his dad is actually black, but the dude looks like me. And the boy said, how come I don't look more black? And no, somehow the conversation went, and the son said, oh, it's not my fault, Dad, you ran out of toner. Because the boy didn't look mixed. He looked like a straight white boy, but his dad's black. So, I mean, that wasn't being racist. Yeah. That was just like, if you're saying you're half black, but you look more white, and that happens because my daughter doesn't look mixed at all. My daughter looks like she's straight fucking Italian. My son, though, you can see the shit that Diva put up on him. He's mixed. You can see it. My daughter, you can't see it. So, what? Her mama didn't have enough ink to fucking finish printing up? I mean, come on. I mean,
you said her mama didn't have enough ink to print it up. Oh my God. I mean, Jesus Christ.
But what I'm saying is that if they want to be technical,
you're making it worse.
I ain't worried about what these motherfuckers think about me because they don't affect my real life. If they want to be technical, my wife can go pull up my 23andMe DNA. I'm 26.3 sub-Saharan African. I don't identify as black because I'm not. I'm Italian that happens to have black ancestry.
So chat, rock with me here, okay? We're gonna be objective. You guys know who I am. So you said, she says she didn't print up enough ink. Do you guys see that as offensive? Just want to be objective. See, I have my own opinion about it, but damn. Whew. And also, let's see. Let's see here. Wow. So somebody might be offended by that comment.
And you know what? That's a them problem. That's not a me problem. That's when you used to look back at comedy. Let's go back to comedy. Remember Sanford and Son?
Yes, of course.
Funny fucking show. The Jeffersons, George Jefferson, Cracker, Honky, all this stuff, funny as fuck. Archie Bunker, funny as fuck. Richard Pryor with his racial shit, funny as fuck. Eddie Murphy, funny as fuck. Right? Racist as fuck. Newer, Dave Chappelle, funny as fuck. But now all of a sudden, this new wave of people, new generation, what the millennials and the Gen Alphas or whatever, they've become such pussified, offended by everything, and responsible for nothing. Because that shit back then that we grew up with, well, I grew up with, I don't know your age, but the shit I grew up with that, if that was to be played today, they'd be trying to cancel them. They would try to cancel them.
Around blacks and Latinos. So
everybody's too goddamn sensitive. Too damn sensitive.
Jesus Christ.
They can take it how they want it. If that's what they want to believe, fine, believe it. Believe what you want to believe. That's your right as an American fucking citizen. Believe what you want to believe. But best believe this too. I don't give a fuck either. I'm not going to let you sit there and racially discriminate and disrespect me, and then you expect me because my family and friends and shit and my children are black that I'm supposed to just not respond back the same way? Nah, that's not how this works. That's not how life works. And if you do, you live in a lot of land.
All right.
Falser.
So I am just now pulling up to the scene. I'm not really familiar what's going on. Was there like a racist rant or something that happened?
I'll bring you up to speed as fast as I can. So me and this guy right here, we had a little bit of an issue. Because I said something to his wife, Diet. And I said my normal shit, right? Like, how Lemon has a list. We want him to get through it. He let somebody up. And Diet came up, and I was like, it could have been anybody. I'm like, damn, let Lemon get through his commentary. Like, goddamn, stop interrupting. It wasn't respectful at all whatsoever. I shouldn't go after a man's wife. Got that. Okay, so I was apologetic or whatever the case
But
may
let's
be.
pause right
Now,
there before we go
hold on,
forward.
hold on one second. Hold on one
Okay.
second. So I can give you it all, and then you
You
can
got to
talk.
give it to me step by step because when you're
Okay, well
layering it, let
that's
me
the
answer
first
one
step.
thing at a time.
All
Okay,
right, go ahead.
so with that part, I think that was reasonable because when somebody is giving commentary, we don't want any interruptions. Let's let them finish, and then everybody else piles on the panel. I get it. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically after that, it was, we came to a common ground, but the chat was like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Okay, fine, we talked. But now I'm getting in the chat that, Diva put it out there, which she has the audio and whatnot, that he was making racist comments. But he has a biracial son, hangs around black people, so on and so forth. And that's how he's pretty much explaining it. So it's
Okay, so right there.
No, hang on. There's more to it than that, though. Queen Tulsa News, the racist rant that Diva posted was she's only posting half of it. She's not posting how she attacked me racially for weeks, calling me massa, cracker, honky, calling my wife a bedwench, a slave, a maid, and I didn't say shit for weeks. And then she threatened me with her brothers and her uncles because we lived in Philly with her. Like, bitch, bring them. I don't care. But she kept with the racial shit, and I told her to stop, and she didn't. So I clapped back racially, and she didn't like it because I told her when I do it, you're not gonna like it. And what she do? Play the fucking victim. Oh, this white man said this white man said that. Well, hang on. Why aren't you telling everybody what the fuck you said? Or how you turn around when my son fucked up? He's half black. He fucked up. He killed a black kid that he went to school with. The boy wasn't. Oh, he deleted this boy. This boy did not deserve what my son did to him. I'm not sticking up for what my son did. And my son is dealing with the consequences of his action. The boy wasn't, as innocent as these people are trying to make him out to be. He was in the streets, not heavy because he was still young, but what was done to him shouldn't have been done to him. He didn't deserve what my son did. So my son is doing 37 years, rightfully so. He did it. He made his bed. He has to lie in it, period.
Okay, let me go in there real quick. So I talked to him about we don't care how many black friends you have. Nobody knows what your family is because you can go out in public and receive the white privilege, right? So he was talking about,
Correct.
he was talking about, he sat down and helped his wife out because he went to the bathroom, came back, his wife wasn't treated like she should have been. But once he sat down or whatever, it got worse because he was with a black woman. But he wanted to step in to try to help that black woman. But a lot of the people were talking about empathy, Tulsa. And what I mean by that is like, were you sorry when you made amends about the racist comments back and forth, right? That Diva was playing. But then he was what he said, making jokes, saying, like about me or whoever that, I didn't get enough toner. And do you think that it's offensive because he just said, this person didn't print the wait.
I'm talking about my ex-wife.
Right. So
my daughter looks Italian. She doesn't look mixed. My son looks mixed.
So I made the
joke that my wife didn't have enough ink.
But with your mixed daughter, though, you said that she was printed out with not enough ink. So that's why people think that you're not empathetic about what the hell you did. That's all.
Oh, no. You're absolutely right, Envy. I'm not empathetic. I'm not apologetic. I'm not sympathetic because at the end of the day, you're not going to sit there and make me apologize for something when I responded to you the same way you came at me. And don't use the fact that my family, friends, children, and all of that are black. No, that has my wife being black, my family being black, my children, my friends. That has no bearing on somebody being racist to me for no fucking reason and then get mad when I do it back to them and then want to play victim. No,
but like what I'm saying is
I'm not empathetic and I'm not apologetic.
Well, what I'm saying is basically you doubled down saying some stuff today. Like we could talk about what happened months, years ago, or whatever, but I'm pretty sure somebody's offended that you said that a biracial person wasn't printed out with enough ink.
That's my daughter. So fucking what? Yeah, why
Okay.
do you think they call my wife Diet Melanin? Because she's light skinned.
Okay.
So what? Her daddy's
Well, there you
dark.
go, Paul. So you
Apparently
got
he
it
ran
all
out of
now.
color. Because my
Okay.
wife is light, bright, damn near white, as they say. You
Okay.
know?
So yes. Okay. So what's your name? Oh, Stacks. Is that his name? Are we still here?
Yeah, it's IB.
Okay. I want to just start with the conversation of you being married or have children with a light skin one. Is a woman black?
Yeah, my wife is black. She says she's, how you say it, Chris? I'm blickety black. That's what she says.
Okay.
Say it.
Well,
Tell them so they don't think I'm lying. You're blickety black.
They don't care you racist. That's why you up there.
okay. Well, let me take a deep breath because this is but
A
I
lot.
want y'all to just mute because I want to make my point, okay?
Go
I
ahead,
feel like
Dawson.
it's inappropriate for your wife to be over there cheering you on with your rhetoric. I feel like the behavior came from your forefathers. I think you're not aware of the climate. I think that you're prancing around your black wife, but you weren't able to do it back then when your forefathers were coming up. We were being hung, we were being unalive, we were being taken out, and it's still happening to this day. And for you not to read the room and for you to start reaching, oh, well, I have, black friends, my nieces, my nephews, or what, that has nothing to do with it. That's just a deflection of saying that you feel a certain type of way about black people, and it's in your DNA. It's something that you can't help. And I'm trying to wrap around my mind. Have y'all went to therapy to figure this out? But then it's a bigger situation because instead of you getting the help that you deserved, your child had to suffer. And hence why he's behind bars doing 37 years. Am I missing something?
Yes, you missed a whole. Oh, no, stop, Chris. Let me do this. Stop. What I'm saying is this. Hang on here. You missed. Oh my goodness. Oh, stop. What I'm saying is apparently you don't know my people's history in this country either. Why don't you check New Orleans where they lynched 13 of my people, or Tampa? No, we didn't go through what black people went through in this country. No, we didn't. We got a small taste, but we didn't go through the disparities and everything. But Italians were the first people that they called the others. We weren't considered black, but we weren't considered white. Our great grandmothers, I came here, my family came here in 1970. I'm a first generation born here. But the history of my people here, our grandparents, our grandmothers were selling coochie on the streets because they wouldn't give our grandfathers and great grandfathers jobs. Okay? So no, we understand, and I understand. But that doesn't negate the fact that you think you have the you own oppression, you own disrespect. You're not the only people that have been through some shit. You suffered worse. I'm not denying that. Nobody can deny that. Yes, you have. The black community in this country, even to this day, in certain areas, yes.
So why are you so comfortable with using that rhetoric
Right.
and saying those things about black people, and you
Well,
know
I'm
where we
supposed to sit there
are,
and
like in this day and time?
So you're saying, so if one of these racist people came to you and called you all sorts of racist names, go stop that recording upstairs.
Well, let me just say this.
So if somebody started calling you all these racist names, all these black racial names that they can come up with, you're supposed
Can
to
I
just
say
sit
this?
there and allow it?
Let
You're
me say
supposed
this. I'm an indigenous transgender woman, and my husband is white. My husband is not using the N-word. My husband is not degrading. He is not doing anything that you are doing, because me as an indigenous woman and knowing my history, no thank you. No ma'am. And I feel like your wife is an enabler. And she has some things that she has to work on, because there is no way in hell I'm laying down with a man that feels like his privilege is better than mine, and he gets to call me blickety black and making all these racist crazy jokes. Like that is nothing to joke about. We are still trying to figure out why your people are seeing that our people are hanging themselves from trees. That was your people. That was your people that started that. And that was your people that did it to our people. So
my people. Whoa. Hang on.
She calls
Hang
herself
on.
blickety black. He was just repeating what
Hang
she
on.
says.
What do you
He's
mean,
not calling her
my
that.
people?
I don't need nobody to chime in to tell me what it is. I'm having a conversation with him head on.
You do not know nothing about
ma'am.
history. You can
There's
check
no need to
everything
correct
about
me.
history. My
Hey,
people had
there is very
nothing to
much a need to
do.
correct you if you're saying
My
something
people had
incorrect.
nothing to do with slavery. So stop with that nonsense. My people had nothing to do with slavery. You better talk to the Portuguese, the Spaniards, the Anglo-Saxon Brits. You need to talk to them, or let them know.
Why didn't you talk to your son before he unalived that innocent black boy?
See, there you go.
Get off that line right now.
No, hang on.
Why?
Why?
Because your child is in prison, and I see where he gets it from. And your wife makes it no better, because look at her champion you in the background.
That race had nothing to do with it, and y'all keep trying
to. It has everything to do with it, because that's why we're here today. You're talking about mixed people and blackity black,
and that boy had nothing to do with race. My son went to school with them. My son knew this kid.
Why did he take him out?
5 years old. So
why did he take him out?
Nothing to do with it. It had you want to know what it was about? It was about drugs. This boy was coming from St. Louis back to Springfield, bringing drugs, and my son saw a fucking opportunity to try to rob him, bad as it was. The boy swung on my son. My son stuck him with a knife.
To steal from black people, go ahead. Your people stole from black people. Yes, they did. They stole our women's innocence. Do you hear me? They were out there making babies. They separated us.
You go ahead and be a professional.
Have you read the Willie Lynch letter? Have you read the Willie Lynch letter?
You talk about needs therapy.
Hold on, let's let MGO go, because she's had an issue with.
But listen, listen, respectfully, Envy, whoever MGO is, I don't care to speak with her. I came up here to speak to that gentleman that had the issues. That's why I was here.
I wasn't here to speak to
I don't care to visit with this person.
They were talking about.
Hold on one second. MGO, go ahead.
This is fabulous.
What? Go ahead, MGO.
This shit is insane, honey.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think it's just so interesting how everybody sat back and just watched, and now everybody want to hit a panel now that I'm up here speaking. What was y'all voices when this shit? Where was y'all voices when it was going on?
And let me say this: I heard.
It seemed like every time I come around and I'm speaking on a topic, you motherfuckers want to fly out the building and fly out the bushes. This ain't about
black. But when
this is bigger than me.
Last night, I was so fucking offended.
It's weird. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
oh my God.
You
heard me.
It's disgusting.
Oh, this shit is horrible.
Y'all are low vibrational fucking weirdos.
Like us.
What up, MGO? What up,
everybody had the breast
welcome to
motherfucking kids like us. This shit is motherfucking insane. And then this fat motherfucker
MGO to
okay, last goddamn night.
Can I say one thing? Sparkles.
I ain't never seen no shit like
Sparkles. Can I say one thing? Big, can you hear me, Big?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
Get a motherfucking haircut. You look so much like Norbert yesterday. I wrote that in your chat, bitch. You look like Norbert. Like, cut your hair.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. My wife
I'm
won't let me
sorry.
cut my hair. She loves
Cut
it.
your
So
hair. You
it's
look
a
like
girl
Norbert.
thing.
I'm like, I wrote that in your chat. I'm
Yeah.
like, look at Norbert.
Yeah, it's a girl thing. You know, she
All
just
right,
loves
okay,
my
all
hair.
right.
What was
I'm sorry.
MGO?
I'm
What
on
was
mute.
your hold on, MGO? What was your situation?
Well, it's really not relevant to bring it up now that he's been run off the panel. I was actually not going to come up and talk about that, but I was going to contribute to what you and him had started talking about before you were derailed by someone who didn't listen, Red Ball, to find out what was going on. Because I was going to ask him why, when in defending his wife, why did, if you did not come at him or his wife with regard to anything racial, why did he use race in arguing with you? Like, I was going to trying to understand that piece, because defending your wife, totally get. You know what I mean? Even though her audio was messed up and it was distracting, but I understand. I guess from her perspective, you know, he's a man. But I was trying to understand why that even came up, because what did
And
that
why
have
did
anything to do
nobody
with?
tell me that last? Like everybody's typing it in the chat, so why was it a secret?
Yeah, so
Like
that
that
was the
he
part that
was
I didn't
extremely
understand.
racist. That he said
Yeah,
racist comments.
yeah, and
Why
I
was
didn't
it?
understand that piece, and that's what I was hoping the two of you could talk about while you were here. But it turned into something completely different, and so it's irrelevant now because you know his wife was offended by the discussion and asked him to hang up, and he did, and so now he's not here to have that discussion. But it looked like that's what you two were kind of getting into the crux of what this was about, and it was about to be discussed when distraction occurred.
But you personally, what did he do to you based on the way that you talk? I don't know if you
Sure.
said.
Yeah, I mentioned it in the chat, but what I was just going to say is that this was in 2025. I was on ZX's panel, and he came up and he was talking about some different topics, and his wife, I guess they do YouTube together, sometimes. So she was in the background and just started going ham about the way that I speak. And talking about how I'm not black, I'm white. The way I talk gets on her nerves, and this and the other. And he was laughing. And the Black community is very broad. We are all over the globe, and we speak all kinds of different ways, just like we look all kinds of different ways.
Yeah, I'm universal.
Yes, and I speak the way that I speak. That does not negate my blackness. I'm very proud to be black. That's why it's literally my YouTube handle. I've always been proud of who I am, regardless of how I speak. I get that it's for some people it's not what they expect, and that's okay. There's lots of different. When I lived in the Midwest and when I lived in Southern California, I blended in just fine the way that I speak. In other places where I live, I get it's not really as conventional. But as a black woman, to degrade another black woman because I speak differently than the way she does, and for him to find that funny, it was just something that registered in my mind. I'm not mad about it or upset about it, but I just thought it was relevant to the conversation about talking about standing up for black women or this, that, and the other. When if it's a black woman that doesn't fit a particular mold, then apparently that doesn't apply. But I was just coming up to try to initiate or introduce that for the conversation between you and him. It had nothing to do with talking with Queen Tulsa. I didn't come
His
up
wife
here
told
for
him
her.
to get down. I was like, okay.
Yeah, so I don't understand why she thought that.
What's
that
up,
was
Vic?
not it.
Well,
Vic,
hey,
you joined.
Envy,
What you got?
For what it's worth, right? Nobody knows Italian biker and diet melanin better than me. Now, for as long as I've known them, especially on social media, from Instagram to YouTube, okay? First of all, Italian biker is not a white man, he's Italian. So let's get that out the way. Because white people ain't Italians and Italians ain't white people. They literally talk differently if you put them side by side. Secondly, Italian biker doesn't have one racist bone in his body, but if you talk shit to him, he's going to talk shit right back to you. So being that he comes off and people want to label him as a white boy, that's the first thing they attack. They attack his race.
But Envy.
So when they attack his race, he's going to attack your race. He's Italian. He's not no scary ass white boy. So when people hear him speak back, it's offensive. But what you said to him wasn't offensive. That's the weird thing. We could be offensive as hell to him by putting him in a whole nother culture. We're going to put him in Europe. He's from Italy, but fuck it, we'll put him with the Europeans. All right, we'll put him a part of. I've never seen Italians a part of the Klan, but we'll put him there anyway. Right now, his wife is sitting there getting pissed. Right, and she reacts. Now everybody's mad at the reaction. It's amazing, you know?
Hold
It's
on, Vic.
amazing.
Hold on, Vic. Vic, let me ask you something. So, this is some freaky zeeky shit going on here. 600 years of picking cotton for what? When it was supposed to be the motherfucking poor white trash. Let's get into it. Because the other upper class white system didn't give a fuck about no goddamn poor white trash. Okay? But the
Thank
motherfuckers
you,
can
RNY.
pick
That's
the
what I was
shit.
getting at.
They can pick the motherfucking shit because their skin kept getting fucked up and us melanated motherfuckers had to do it. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? And yes, Tulsa, you stand up every motherfucking day, even though you're married to a white man. We don't give a fuck. Now, what the fuck he said about children do not negate the motherfucking fact that Miss Mo had to be a fucking subject for your children
Bitch,
to
go
be
clean
on
up
the
your dirty
fucking
ass apartment.
bedwood.
Why are
Shut the
you
fuck
still?
up and go
Bitch,
get
go
that
charge your
goddamn white
phone and go
man,
clean up
bitch,
that
and
motherfucking
pick some
apartment.
motherfucking cotton with your street
Bitch, go
walking
take your
ass, bitch.
medication, go clean
That's
up.
the
Bitch, you
motherfucking game.
go
When
live
that
over there
white man
with
tell
him,
you to go smoke
you
some crack,
crusty
bitch,
whore.
you don't tell me a motherfucking thing, bitch,
Go
because you's
throw a
another
wig on.
fucking
Girl,
midwit. Shut the
go
fuck
find
up, ho.
yourself.
Shut the fuck up. You gonna find yourself
This
and
bitch is
stop trying to take
weird.
over every goddamn
Y'all
panel
still
with
letting
your
this
cancer
oh
crab pussy
child.
ass. Bitch, that's the motherfucking problem.
Honey.
You got something with God with your retarded ass.
I'm not
But
trying to
anyway,
disrespect
shout out to
you
you,
because
NGO.
you not
Love
all
y'all. Let
there
me get the fuck out of here
sparkles.
because I see it's too many trans
Yeah.
microwaves in this
Okay.
motherfucker. The fuck.
Jesus.
Now the beef between Miss Mo, Italian Biker, and Diet Melanin is a very dark beef. Envy. And ladies and gentlemen of the crowd. Yeah, you know, it was something I call myself trying to mediate and squash. Obviously it didn't work. And things got bad.
Why is it
Shit got
okay
bad.
to why is it okay
Bitch,
to
don't cut me
attack
off on the
envy with
fucking
race?
road, bitch. I'm sorry.
Whoa,
I'm talking
that's
too
okay.
straight.
When he
God
didn't do
damn.
so,
Don't do that. I'm sorry. Let me go on mute.
like you know, if you know what he explained is fighting fire for fire, right? If someone says something racist about him, he's gonna go there, right? Maybe if somebody said something classist about him, he'll go there, right? Or ageist. But if someone is just if you and someone are just having a disagreement, why go there? What did that have to do with anything?
Okay,
Well, once
okay. So
again,
let me
when
ask
you're
you again.
fighting,
Okay, Vic,
you
Vic,
can't
let me
tell
ask
nobody how to
you.
fight. You
Vic,
feel me?
Vic,
It's like if
Vic.
you punch me in the face and I hit you with a bottle, you sitting there saying, "Why did I hit you with a bottle? I punched you." We was fighting.
Yeah, but
let
that's
me
in,
ask
I
you
know,
this.
I know, but
wanted to
that's in
hit
your
you
that
with a
shows that
bottle.
that's in your but that shows that it's in your character.
But
You know what I
Vic,
mean? That's what I'm saying.
right. That's right. That's where I'm getting to. Vic. Based on you telling us about his history, right? Did you guys let it go then? Okay, let's just assume you let it go then. How long ago was that? Without the WWE conversation, how long ago was that, Vic?
Wait, I missed the first part. Oh, what you
Vic,
said. I'm sorry, you kind of broke
when
up.
when that happened in your sector or whatever, how long ago was that? I'm asking for a reason.
I'm trying to think. It's 2026 now, right?
Yes,
That
Vic.
was pre me and you coming into the beef sector, so we had to go like before 23, right? We had to be
Okay,
before then.
so do you think okay, y'all were like, okay, he doesn't have a racist bone in his body, so on and so forth. Do you think that what he said exactly today was racist? That some people don't get enough toner, and that when his daughter was printed out, she didn't get enough ink. Do you think
Hell
that
yeah.
do you think that that's a
Well,
little
to
bit
me,
because if
honestly,
you forgave him back in 2024,
no.
2026, do you
I
think
didn't
that those
feel
comments
that him.
are
Well, no, I didn't feel that it was racist because he's speaking on his own family. He didn't say that about
He's saying
somebody
about
else's
envy
child.
too.
He
yeah, but
was
that's
talking about his own child.
He was
People
talking about
have
his own
said
child
I
and
was out of
envy.
line for some of the
Yeah,
things
he
I
was.
said
you
about
can
my
you,
daughter.
abuse your
Envy?
own you can
But
verbally
again,
abuse
I'm
your
not going
own
to hold
family,
somebody.
Vic.
But again, that's his child. It's not my child.
But
If
Envy,
he
didn't
decides
he
Envy's
to
not
racially
his
go at
child.
you?
Vic, really? Like you can call your own
Rick,
child the N-word and whatever you want, like just because it's your
Oh
have
no.
child.
selective outrage on here. They do.
My
Selective
husband is
outrage.
not using the N-word. I don't give a damn. He's not using it. My kids
We
ain't
don't know
using it.
that. We don't know that. You don't bring your husband up here. Your husband
You're
doesn't
weird,
do
and
live
I'm
shows.
not.
Your
And
husband has
I'm
never been
not.
trolled on the internet.
Because
Still haven't,
listen here,
still
this
haven't
is the
answered the
thing.
fact that he said it about
This is
envy.
the
He was not
I
thing.
his
guarantee
Italian.
Y'all
you,
are
Tulsa, if you
okay.
put your husband
If
on the
you're
front
okay
line,
with
you're
it,
going
just
to
say
attack
that.
his race. No,
If
you're
you're
going to
okay
attack his
with
race,
racist, just
and
say
he's going to
that.
fire back. And
Vic
that's when they
might be
got him.
okay with it, to be honest with you.
Vic is okay with it. He's been sold himself out for $1. Come on now. When you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Anything for the dollar. Anything to tap dance.
I
Anything
see
to
every
destroy your
single white
people.
person come into a black circle, and the first thing they do is attack his race. And they
And
got the
that's not,
nerve to say that
and,
they ain't racist.
and that's not acceptable. But what I want to say is
So
this.
you as
Well,
a black
it
man, you're
is.
judged on a daily basis just because you black. What are you?
One
Are you
time.
okay?
Now let me ask you this, Vic. Now let me ask you this, Vic. He did say exactly what Tulsa was talking about. This man has said that he's had to step in for black people so that he could utilize his white privilege to get them out of
Bro,
shit.
this man that paid me, and he racist. Come on, Envy. Let's
What
get
I'm
into
saying
it.
is you're saying
I'm
you're
making
saying it
money
was
off the
forgiven.
plan now.
Okay, so you were printed out with too much ink or not enough toner. That's just okay. That's just a normal conversation.
I just
Listen,
want to know when did David Duke started giving money to black people? That's all. Let me know.
don't
David
you
Duke is not.
celebrate
Oh my
Juneteenth
God.
this year? You better not
I'm
celebrate
being
Juneteenth.
objective here.
No, I
You better
celebrate
not
my
celebrate
birthday in June.
Juneteenth.
And they were
That's when
talking
I
about
celebrate. My birthday's in
empathy.
June.
No, but what they were saying is what everybody's saying is you can utilize your white privilege whenever you feel like it, but then at another chance you can also take it away. like you can't use a black card at your convenience or a white card at your
Thank you.
convenience.
Thank
Hey
you.
y'all, I'm gonna make this real
Hey,
quick because
Arwine.
hey Booski, hey
What
Vanna, hey
about the
y'all,
Italian card?
hey Vic. So
Yeah,
Vic, let
what
me
up
ask you
though?
this
What
question.
about the Italian card? Nobody can use the Italian card?
Let me ask you this right quick, Vic, because you keep saying he said it about his own child. Okay, let's take the child off the table, or niece, or whoever. Do you understand that this man sat up here and told Envy, "Oh, your dad is black. He must have ran out of toner," and Vic's not his nephew.
So
So
the only
what?
way to make it is we have to change the narrative completely, right? We have to change it in order for it to make sense, not the actual thing that he said. See, that's what I mean, RNY.
So
That's
it's
not
okay
right.
for him to say it to
No, I'm
his
saying
niece, and
that's
because he
not
said it
right.
to his niece, it's okay to apply it to
No,
everybody
what I'm
else.
saying is we shouldn't change what he said to make it sound worse than what it is. That's all. Let's not
And
change the
that's why you
word.
got holes
Let's
in your
stick to
roof
what he
and rats
said
running through your
and
damn
not
house.
flip it around. I don't want to remove words out of what he said and say, well, let's say he said something else.
But
And then,
Vic, okay, so he sent you money.
that's
Why
not
didn't
right
you get that
either.
house fixed up? Because this is my thing. You talking about the money and how he supported you and how these people
Well,
bought you a
the
stove,
white
a
man, I haven't
oven, and
found the
a
right white
car.
man. Okay.
Make
I'm
it
not
make
letting black
sense.
people touch
And
my house.
come
That's all I
on,
wanted. I'm
Vic.
going back to work. Bye.
Vic, you
Hey,
are a coon. That is coon behavior. You are giving passes. You are a black man. Your woman
Yeah.
is black. You don't know your history?
You don't have a black husband. Stop it. Talking all this
Who
coon
gives a
shit.
damn?
You
My
married
black
the other side,
I
coming
don't think
back talking
her
about you,
white
Dr.
husband
Umar.
calls her an
Stop it.
N-word.
black
Stop it.
husband. So
Stop
now,
it.
I have to have a black husband.
You laid
If this
down
is
with
how
the
black
white
men
side, the
think,
white
hell no,
privilege.
I don't
Leave
want
that,
them.
Tulsa.
If this
Here's
is how black
bullshit coming
men
out
think,
your mouth
hell,
right now.
you want to know what? Let's speak about it because you up here propping black men up. Why are y'all deleting our women? Why are y'all stealing and robbing from our
Tulsa,
women?
stop it.
Explain that to me. Explain that to me.
White. You live in a white neighborhood. Stop it.
No,
Your
baby,
neighbor is white.
I live in a white neighborhood. I stay in a historical town, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Greenwood. I'm 3 minutes away. This is black owned, baby. This is black land right here. This is history.
No, you're
Do
a
you know?
black person surrounded
Do
by
you
white
know
people.
about Black
Stop it.
Wall
You're a
Street?
black
Listen
person
here, let me tell you
surrounded by
something.
white
Yeah, it got
people.
Let me.
burnt
Your
down.
dogs
It
is
got
white.
I'ma
burnt
help
down.
you
That's
out.
what happened to her.
You
I'ma
got
help
white
you out.
dogs.
I'm gonna help you out
So
because
your
black
mom's
people
is
in my
white.
town, they were coming together for a great cause. They wasn't coming together to raise up an Italian
White
man
person
for
don't.
calling their child the N-word and praising him up. See, my people here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, at Black Wall Street,
White.
1921, the black dollar circulated
Tulsa.
36 times before it went to the white community. What's next? Go ahead.
Black like us. Get you some pits. You'll be black. Get you an American bully.
But
All
guess
right, come
what?
live with the
Even
bullies
though,
in the yard.
listen here,
Then I
because
know
this,
some black
listen
shit.
here, I
When
want to
I
tell
come
you
to
something,
Tulsa's
black
live
man,
stream and
because you
she's
married to a
blasting
black
that
woman,
music out
correct?
the front
You
door of her
married to a
house,
black
I know
woman,
some
correct?
black shit
But
is
your
going
black
on.
ass was out here panhandling so y'all could get a car. I haven't got my black ass out here and panhandle for nothing. Anything that I've got, my husband has provided. And see, that's what a husband does. And I see that's what some of you black niggas don't want to do is take
Your white privilege,
responsibility. See,
your white privilege
you
jumped in
want
for
a
you.
woman to go 50-50. I need my husband to go
You ain't
100%.
got white
Do you
privilege.
hear me?
Complaining about it. You
You're
got
not a
white
real
privilege, but you
man.
complaining about it. That
You're
don't make
not
no
a real
sense.
man.
You got white privilege, and now you complaining about white
I don't
privilege. That
understand.
don't make no
Okay,
sense.
Vic. How about this? I didn't say anything to him out of line racially. So why did I not get enough toner and all this other shit? I didn't say anything to him about race.
He made
I'm
a
just
while back.
being objective here. Go ahead.
Again, Envy, the man is not racist. Look, again, when you first came around, they said that you was a white boy. Remember Black Rampage dog walking
I
you,
don't care
saying
about
you was a
that.
white man?
Man, look, then I showed my then I got
Can we
docked.
focus on
But
the
again,
topic at
it was
hand?
stupid, right? It was stupid. You knew what it was to be white, didn't you? You knew what it was to
No.
be white in the black
I've
sector
never
just
known
for
what
a
it is
moment
to be
until
white.
you proved that you was black. You knew what it was to be a white
I didn't
man.
prove
And now
anything.
you
I got
see
docked.
Italian biker going through the same shit you did.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Coon Vic. Hello. What a coon
God
looks like,
damn,
y'all.
Vic. Like, okay, you
I mean, he
see
tap
absolutely
dancing.
nothing wrong. You're just Vic, how about this? How about that? Let me ask you the same thing I asked him. You know how some people say, "Oh, my brother's best friend's uncle's cousin is black, so I'm not racist." Do you believe that?
What when white people say my uncle's cousin is black and yada yada yada, I'm not
Oh,
racist.
my friend's uncle's cousin, is black, so I can't be racist.
White people are racist. I hope people realize that.
You said not
Like,
all
we
white
really,
people are
I mean, in
racist. We know that we're
2026, do
not
we
talking about
truly
all.
believe that this is the 1960s?
But Envy, let me
It
explain
doesn't
something.
matter. Go ahead,
It
Dawson.
it's not resonating with him because
It's
he's his
not.
own. He's black people. He's our oppressor. He's a black man, but he oppresses black people. So he would never get it,
Right,
Envy.
right. You have no idea what racism is, Tulsa. You're married to a white person. So I'm guessing you're going to say all that your husband's relatives are not racist, right? All of them, right? Now we get crickets in the room. Now we get quiet out this
You're
bitch.
cooning. You're
I'm
cooning.
cooning,
I've
but
listen
you won't
here.
answer the simple
I've
question.
stated,
Are
listen
your
here.
white husbands,
I've
are all of
stated
them not
this.
racist? Are all of them not
My
racist?
husband, my children, and who's ever related to them, they ain't never said no N-word. They're not gonna say it. And guess what? When they do say it, I'll let you know.
You know, it's impossible to
I'll
know.
let you know. I think you're up
But your
here.
white man on camera.
What you're
We don't know
doing
what the fuck
is
he's saying.
see, but this is okay. So since you want to talk about my white
Hide your
husband,
white
please
man from your black audience.
let
Ain't got the
me
nerve to call me a
respond.
coon.
Can I respond? Can I
The
respond?
white man. I don't think the white people, all
But
white
can I
people are racist.
respond?
That's a
Vic, if
bold
you're having a
statement.
conversation, Tulsa can talk back. I mean,
Okay. So I have a white husband. He has a black wife.
Mm-hmm.
He's been out here panhandling. He got a stove. He got a car. He's got so many donations. Me, a transgender woman, a housewife. My husband goes out and make that bread. He brings it home. I break that shit down. My daughter just got a $1,100 computer laptop to go off to college. Guess what? She's going off to college for free. Did I come out here and beg anybody for anything? Black man.
Why didn't you get a black husband to do that for you,
Sir,
Tulsa?
well, listen, you just proved to me That your black ass is out here panhandling and you can't step up to the plate. You're married. You got a wife.
No,
You got a
I
family.
just want to know why you want to mix the
Hello?
races being pro-black. Why do you want to mix the races being
Hello?
pro-black?
Are you afraid of getting out there and really putting in the work? Like seriously,
No,
instead of
no,
begging,
I
you see,
just don't
you used to
understand why
handouts,
you want to
and you
create
no.
zebra
See,
babies.
this is
Why
your
do you want to
thing.
create zebras?
Listen
Why?
here, you got turned out in the '90s in ATL, honey. I already know
Dr.
how you giving it up.
Umar would not
So listen
approve of your
here,
relationship.
I already
He's
listen. I already know how
very
you giving it
pro-black.
up, honey.
All right, Dr. Umar would not approve of your relationship.
And guess what? Dr. Umar isn't taking care of his children. Moving right along. Go ahead.
But on the black side, you see how we move the goalposts?
No, but
Every time
okay,
we
so
get to that
listen,
white line,
I'm gonna
you
bring
get
the
to moving that
goalpost back.
goalpost.
So
Tulsa.
since you want to look at
You
me as
bounce
a
that
black
motherfucker
man,
around the whole
I'm a black
football
man taking
field.
care of my responsibilities. I didn't leave my children once I entered their life. I've never left. Can he say the same?
You're not attracted to black men.
Can he say the same? Since I've entered my children's life, I never
And
neglected
you're a
them.
black woman.
I've never
That don't
ran
make no
out on
sense.
them.
That don't make no sense.
Can he say
You're
the
not
same?
attracted to black men.
Can he say the same?
Why are you not attracted to black men? Are they ugly? You don't like their skin tone? You don't like the melanin in their skin? How
They
come
act
you
like
attracted to that
you.
white skin? Why you like rubbing on that white skin instead of the black skin, Tulsa? Let's get into it.
Have you ever thought about you would make me never want to date
Here
a
go the
black guy the
goalpost,
way that
y'all.
you act? And
Goalpost
see, you
gone.
don't even
Somebody bring the
know your
goalpost
history,
back.
baby. That's how I know you don't know me.
History don't lead you
You
to
only
white
know
man.
what I present
Why you
online.
rubbing on no black people? Why you got to
You
rub
seen
on
that video. You better stop playing with
amazing?
yourself. You seen the video. Ask around. Oh, I hate black
Relationships,
men.
they be the most pro-black, but they ain't even living in a black neighborhood. They ain't even married black.
Right. Let
They
me.
ain't
I
even
will
married
go.
black.
Yeah, I will go with. I will go with RY. Listen, everybody assumes that if a black woman's with a black man or a black man's with a black woman, it's a preference, not a racist thing. You can't get a pass just because you're with someone from another race. Because as I said to IB, I said, listen, you can leave your black wife, you can leave your black kids or whatever, and walk in and be white. Nobody will ever know. That's what I said. I'm not calling
So
them the
check this out,
ultimate
Envy.
racist. If somebody attacked my race, if I was white, I would say, chill out. I would be very, very stern with them and whatnot. But damn, I'm
That's
just
right.
saying, I thought he got
Envy,
over.
do
I
you
don't have to
think?
call somebody a racist name, but it's not tit for tat. You know what I mean?
Now wait, do
Because
you
black
think
people went
that?
through more than. Listen, if somebody, okay, listen, if let's look at history. Who cares if we call them crackers or whatever now, right? Okay, back in the day, they utilized that term to make us feel lesser than. We were never able to do that to them.
Thank you.
Let me ask you this, Envy. Do you think an American white man and an Italian are the same people?
See, he trying to coon.
They're
Stop it.
yeah,
I'm
but
asking
they're
a question. Tulsa's not
yeah,
going to be able to answer it. That's why I'm asking you. Do you think
listen,
that a
do I
white
think
American is the same as an Italian?
I think they look the same. And perception is everything, right? I can call them,
So
here's
you're saying without them opening their mouth is what
what
you're
I'm
saying?
saying. Okay, what I'm saying is, a lot of white people that say, "Oh, I'm Irish," or "I'm this," or "I'm that," so I'm not white. Like,
Let's get on to white people saying we all look the same.
And clearly give you a
So
difference.
since we want to talk about looks, don't white people say black people look the same? Like, come on. Let's not get into that. It's
White
good
boy.
people and it's fucked
Joe
up people.
Pesci is an Italian.
It's good
here you
people
go.
and
Here
it's
you go.
messed
Hold
up
on, hold on,
people in this world. And
These
just
are two
because you
separate
look like me,
cultures.
it does
Hold
not mean that we have the same
listen to
fight.
this. This is why I don't like African American. Listen, I'm very, very well versed. Listen to this. Okay,
I'm
let's go.
indigenous.
I know, but I don't like our dual continental that we have to always refer to. So let's go.
There were melanated people in North America way before Columbus and the transatlantic slave trade. But guess what? The white man has a theory called out of Africa theory. So technically, even the white man theorizes that all of civilization came from Africa. The Europeans, the Spaniards, everybody came from Africa. The Europeans had their own ethnogenesis. The Spaniards had their own ethnogenesis. The Aboriginal blacks had their own ethnogenesis. The black Aboriginal Australians have their own ethnogenesis. But why is it that only black Americans are mislabeled as a dual continental misnomer, African American? Why can't we have our own ethnogenesis when we've been in this land for centuries?
Does that help?
Well, Envy, you ever seen the movie called Gangs in New York? You would
And,
know the
and is
Italians got
Italy
off a boat.
is Italy in Europe?
It's in Europe, but they didn't side
Okay,
with the white Americans.
so he's a
If
European.
white
Okay.
America accepted the Italians,
Moving
they
right
would have never
along.
created the mafia.
Thank
Hold
you
up,
for
they
that
would have never
education.
created the mob, Envy. They had
Thank
to
you for
fight
the
for their
education,
shit
Envy.
because white
Well, I had
society
to
did
make a
not give
point.
them
I had to
a
make
pass.
a
They
point
did
that
not
it
let
doesn't
them
matter
See,
in.
where you're
knowledge is
from. You're
power,
white.
Envy.
White people have a racist word for Italians, and you should know it, Envy. Right? They have
Look,
a
he
word
must
for
got a
Italians.
cash app, Envy. He
It's
going
how
hard
they.
on you now.
It's how they.
He
Oh,
trying to
I got
prove
a
a
cash
point.
app. God damn.
I'm making a point, a
God
valid point.
damn.
He
No,
gets
but
some support.
what I'm saying is when you see a white person walk down the street, do you say, "Oh, that's an Italian, Aboriginal,
Oh, it's
indigenous"?
easy. It's easy to spot an Italian. No, I'm
German?
from Jersey. No, I remember, Envy.
Here we go,
I was born
Vic.
and
You
raised
know
in
what?
Jersey. I
I'm
grew up
gonna
around Italians.
Why you
line
ask, Envy?
to see if Vic. I wish I could say I'm gonna do a white person lineup and see if Vic gets it all right. You know what I'm saying? Here comes the right person right here. What's up,
Between
Terry?
Joe
Thanks for
Pesci and Brad
joining.
Pitt.
Hey.
No, you couldn't tell me the difference between Joe Pesci and Brad Pitt. That Goodfellas and Point Break was the same movie, right?
All right,
Hey,
Terry,
Terry,
what
how
you
you
got?
doing?
See, everybody going
Hey,
quiet.
Tulsa.
It's
Let's
amazing.
Vic, you talk a lot. Let's let Terry get her stuff off.
Thanks, Envy. This is gonna continuously always go on. There's always gonna be that big divider because people group people up. You got to start judging people as individuals. Each person moves in their own 2 footsteps. You can't group them up with everybody. You know, all the whites are like this, and all the blacks are like this, and all the Italians are like this. No, everybody is an individual. We all walk our own footsteps. And until people understand that and realize it, it's always going to be conflict. You got to judge a person by how they move, not by their skin tone. To me, people
And Terry is
concentrate.
Native American, Envy. I can hear it in her voice. Now.
Well, let me ask you. No. Vic, real quick, Vic. No, we got the right person up here. Okay, so Terry,
Terry is herself.
Terry,
Yeah, I don't.
You're right. You're right. But Terry, let me ask you a question. You know, let me put it towards you, and this is respectfully. I already know the answer, but just for the people, because you have biracial children.
Absolutely.
Does that give you the right to act like an AB or an IB or somebody like that as an excuse?
No, I'm going to be myself regardless. My biracial children are children that was created by a black man and a white woman. They go through the same thing as any other child would when it comes down to racism. I protect my children. I taught my children that if you treat everybody as an equal, you should be treated back as an equal. My kids are very respectful, and I'm glad for that. I'm proud of that. You got to be able to walk your own walk. You can't constantly walk in a division.
Right.
You have to walk in equality.
But you personally, you don't utilize that as a vehicle to say, "Oh, I'm not racist because I got black."
Oh no. Oh
And this,
no.
I wanted to bring this out. I always try to tell black people what cracker actually means. They took the strongest black man, put him on a horse, gave him a whip, and told him to crack the slaves. They said,
Mm-hmm.
"Go cracker, go
Mm-hmm.
cracker, go cracker." So when we try to use that as a racist term against white people, we're actually talking about ourselves. That's why they laugh at us. But Terry, I'm trying to say, like, you heard him say, you know, my son was black and my daughter is this and that, whatever. But we are asking him about why he made racist comments or whatever. So with you personally, do you see like, yeah, I mean, not you that you say anything racist. How do you feel about him since you have biracial children? How do you feel about him being able to utilize that as the scapegoat?
Nah, and that's not right. You go by what your heart feels. If he has that in his heart, then yes, he has racism in his heart. I'm sorry, that's the way it goes. You
But Miss
can't,
Terry, isn't
yeah.
racism taught? Racism is taught.
Oh, definitely.
Oh
Most
We got to talk
definitely.
about that. And that's
And
why I was
most
saying,
definitely it's taught. It's
uh-huh.
taught. It's a divider. It's look at me, myself. I have very racist relatives, very racist, and I'm not going to deny it. It's an actuality. And what I do is I stay away from them. I told everybody in my family, I'm here to live my life to please me, not you, not anybody else. It's my life. And how I choose to live it is up to me. I don't need nobody's approval. When you fall in love with somebody, you're not looking at their color. You look at your hearts are connecting. It's not the flesh tone
Say it
that you're
again.
connecting to, it's
Say
the
it again, Miss
heart.
Terry. It's your heart.
It's the heart. And you know, and the heart doesn't have no divider in it. So
Yeah, let me Mia, you guys, so those crackers that refer to themselves as ad crackers are saying they are black. No, basically what they're doing is they're using it as slang, like, because they don't know the history. Like when white folks like out in the country are like, yeah, I'm a rapping cracker, I'm a cool cracker, I'm
I'm
this or that.
redneck.
They're using
Yeah.
right, I'm redneck. They're using that as slang because they don't
right.
know they don't know the
They're not
history.
understanding the meaning behind it, the actual meaning. And
It's
it's true.
because
And
they
it's
want to say that, and to be honest with you, it's because they want to say nigga like we do to each other. So that's their you know, and they say we can't call them that. So they say that if they can't call us niggas, then we can't call them crackers. That's why they do it. Period.
and that's and that's the poorest excuse in the world. You know, why you gotta have respect. If you don't understand respect and boundaries, then you're always gonna come across this kind of situation. Treat people equally. I mean, why do people always look at the flesh tone? We are individuals that are all made with the same kind of materials once we're born. And people concentrate so much on the flesh tone. I look at people as individuals, as humans. We're all humans. And until people come to realize that we are all equal. God
Yes,
didn't
and
say,
Mac.
okay, well, I'm gonna make you like this, I'm gonna make you like that. And I want you to be able to go through the hell and the torment because I made your flesh tone a different color.
Yeah. M Mac. The reason why he compared himself to the Jefferson, Sanford Son, and Archie Bunker was just because basically that's more justification. Like just say you, not some damn sitcoms. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, dude.
Well, I don't know what happened earlier
Can I
in your
say
show
something right quick,
because I
y'all?
wasn't here.
Yeah.
So I just
Okay.
came in when I
Miss
heard you
Terry,
guys all talking. Yeah.
I got my baby here, and this is my oldest about to go to college. Can y'all present my oldest with that question? This is a 17-year-old that's about to respond. I want y'all to hear how my baby responds. What was the question? about the racism.
What do you mean that? I mean, we've been talking about racism now for
Is
about
it
an
okay
hour.
for a white man to say the N word in the house?
I mean,
Well,
I
you
would
just
say no.
have to.
Yeah, I would say no. I mean, I know a lot of people, like, I know a lot of black people are like, it's cool if like we're like friends or something, but I think like generally, no, even, and like, even if it speaks for your character, even if somebody's like, no, it's cool, you can say it, and you're still like, no, I don't want to say it.
Mhm.
Because I think that like says that like you understand that like that's not your place.
Okay. So what if daddy was using the N word around the house? How would you feel?
Like, dude, what are you doing? Because that's, I don't know, that's weird. And it's like, it's not cool. Like, people think it makes you cool. It's not cool. Why do you even want to do it?
And then the history behind it.
Yeah.
Well, listen here. That's how we think in this household. It is not right. What that man
As you
did to
should.
Envy and pointed out his, quote unquote differences, that was never okay. See people for who they are, treat people on a individual basis, right?
Equal playing
Like,
field, right?
yeah. The judgment shouldn't be there, but if we see it, we need to call it out. And I'm just all over the place, y'all. Just bear with me. But I'm trying to explain to the audience that this is not okay, and we should be
RNY, I
standing
would
up
say,
for it.
yeah, RNY, I would say that that she was raised right. That's what I think. Like the 17-year-old was raised right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when Tulsa, when your oldest came on there, like there was no, oh well, I think or maybe or possibly, like
Yeah. No
your
deflection.
older. No, it was very boom, 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 boom. That when when younger ones are like, well, in this certain circumstance, no, there was no justification in that, so I can appreciate
Mhm.
that.
And peep this out. She's going to be teaching in a black school that she graduated from, giving back. My kids know about history. They know about, we ain't doing no N-word. They know they shop Black Wall Street. I tell them about the history so they can, they're allies. It is my responsibility. Like we
Yeah,
were
and Jill
saying,
said that your
racism
child
is
was
taught.
raised right. Absolutely.
But how racism is taught, listen, we can teach our kids the right thing, and it starts with them. And they get with their other friends and stuff, and then they network and they be some positive. You know what I'm saying? It's not about where we was, it's about where we going. We can't change what happened yesterday. We can focus on today and make sure
Right.
today is great and we going in that right direction. And thank you so much, Miss Terry P, for coming up and giving
Yeah, that was good.
unbiased opinion and the facts, because we like to go off of facts. A lot of
Well,
people.
I grew up in that. Okay, I'm gonna be 70 at the end of this month. I grew up in it. I understand it. I lived it when I was in school. I saw it, and I was
Come on,
totally
JD.
against it. I hated it.
And people don't understand also what people don't understand also is biracial children have, I mean, like myself, we have it worse. For black
You get a
people, we're too
double
white.
whammy.
From
Yeah,
white, we're too
you get
black.
it. You
Like, you
catch
got
it
to know
from
how to
all
fight.
angles.
You got to know how to fight. You know how many
Yeah.
times, like, do you know how many times, like, that we have cultural identity situations? and people have to realize race, ethnicity, and culture are different. You can't tell me you're from Europe, but you were born in America. Like culture and all that other stuff is not race. I can't stand it when people blend those together. My race is biracial. My culture was, my dad's black. My mom and dad are divorced. My mom he lived in a predominantly white. My dad lived in predominantly black. I got racism from both ends. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know how many times biracial people wish they were all black or wish they were all white? Yeah.
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 I mean, because we got to think about this, yeah, you were biracial. People thinking, oh, this person got good hair, they got cute eyes. But no, the other side is saying that's an N, baby.
Exactly.
So while you thinking that they're in
Yeah.
privilege, they're
Right.
in trauma.
And do you understand? Like, we get it from we get it more hate
All angles.
because well, the white people are like the racist white people are like, well, your mom was with a black man, and then the racist black people are like, oh, your black dad wanted to quote unquote upgrade, which is the most ignorant thing I've ever heard. Wanted to upgrade and find a white woman. We have to hear that shit. Like we're never right.
Well,
That
Envy,
is blind.
my dad, I have a brother and sister that's biracial. Their mom is white. Of course, we share the same dad. So trust, I understand. And that's why I'm saying it's just back in the day, it was black and whites that loved and cared for each other. And like goes back to Terry P said, it goes off the heart. There was no interracial couples back in the day. We should be thankful and blessed.
And then the crazy thing is people don't understand sun and age or whatever. Like, what I look like now, but like this is what I looked like as a kid. I'm not all white. Like that. Look how coarse my hair is as a senior in high school. Really? You know what I'm saying? Like there's not all white in that. You know what I'm saying?
But you didn't ask to be here. This is the thing. We didn't ask to be here. We were created and we were just given, like just utilizing, or I don't even know how to say it, but we're created. This is what I got. This is what I have to work with, and accept me as I am or move around.
Cute pretty eyes are part of the problem. That's yeah.
You was a little chunky something back in the day. I'm sorry.
No, it's just I just oh my God. Like and my thing is that's what I'm mad at y'all about. That's why I put it in the chat. Like you all literally made me go back and forth with this man about motorcycles. I think it would have been a little bit more important for y'all to get me past that issue, because then I wouldn't have anything to say. Like, because my thing is I can't stand it when people have that card just to use just in case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's such a cop out too. I hate that. I hate that they consider, just because your child is a mixed race and stuff like that, that gives you the okay to do something that isn't accepted by all. There's some that it doesn't bother if you say that, but there's others that it does. So you have to understand the boundaries. If you understand the boundaries of people, then you're going to know how to move accordingly. And if that comes out of your mouth just so easily or whatever else to be able to use, then it tells you where you come from. And like I said, a lot of it got to lead to respect. If you respect a person's boundary, then you'll never have to worry about the words that you use.
Yeah, absolutely.
You never have to worry about it. And anybody that knows me knows that they'll never, ever hear anything close to that coming out of my mouth, because I respect everybody.
This conversation too, Tulsa, to be honest.
Yeah, it's therapeutic. Like seriously, like all that dark talk. I don't get into all that, but this right here, this is something serious. We just had a kid lose his life over a 99-cent bottle of water, and the man got to walk free. And now we got Carmelo Anthony that's in trial right now because he had no self-control and he took another kid's life.
Yep.
Jesus.
It's a lot going on.
Yep.
There's always going to be too. There's always going to be.
I do like a half-hour show. Y'all got any closing words? Because now I'm irritated, to be honest. Not with y'all, but like I don't.
I just
My thing is I had to woo bang with this dude for 2 days about some nonsense that has nothing to do with it. Now, this Vic explanation pissed me off because he said, "Oh, back in 2024, he was going back and forth. He doesn't have a racist bone in his body or whatever." Well, this is 2026, and I cannot believe that he said that. Some folks aren't printed out with enough toner. And
but people don't understand.
Right. And
Sometimes envy, though, you got to understand that some people just don't understand. They don't see it as being wrong. It's their mental. You know what I'm saying? So
have you ever felt
that's
like
why
this, Terry? I know you felt like this a lot, where you're around certain white folks and you just wait for them to mess up, like where you're uncomfortable.
No.
Well, I typically do. Like if I'm around white people, they're starting to get into an argument or whatever the case may be. I'm like, the N-word's gonna come. Like sooner or later, it's coming out.
When I'm in chats like last night and stuff like that, when it starts getting into that racial division talk and stuff like that, I fall back because I'm not going to get caught in a ricochet. You know what I'm saying?
I will say this, RNY. One of the reasons why I let Tulsa's older one speak is because I've personally seen Tulsa go to the school, pick up the kids, take the kids, tell them something encouraging, making sure that they do their homework. Like I've personally, with my own 2 eyes, saw these things. So clearly Tulsa's children aren't. I mean, I love how the kid wasn't say, "Oh well, I really like that." So shout out to you, Tulsa, for doing that.
Listen, it takes a village. Even co-parenting, I have a great relationship with their mom. It's not about us. They don't know about my YouTube stuff. I just protect my children as much as I can. The oldest was actually a manager on a wrestling team, on debate. I mean, I just let my kids be who they are. I support them. I meet them where they are, not judgmental. Actually, my other 2 kids, they about to go off to spend the night with a friend because they were able to get some chores done. But it's always respect, love, be nice, be kind, community service, and of course, still instilling the Lord in them. So I can't say I did it alone. It was with God. God first.
Let's start with you, and let's go down to Terry because I'm gonna close out the show solo because I'm going for a while. But go ahead.
All right.
I'm so glad
listen,
that
guys.
both of y'all were both perfect to join this panel. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So thank you for having me, Terry P. It was great engaging with you. All the panelists that come up, RNY. Me and Envy, we good. I'm gonna leave.
Don't
I like
start
to
that
be.
shit,
I like
Tulsa.
to be on these type of conversations. So if y'all have these
Yeah.
conversations, definitely invite me over.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, I've rebranded, so I'm Queen Tulsa News. I'm only breaking news. I'm not in drama. I'm not for all that. But this was a great cause. I will be investigating that case. I want to take a
Sure.
deeper look into why is there distance or divide when it comes to race biracial children.
Here's what I want you to look. Here's what I want you to look into, if you don't mind, Tulsa.
Okay.
If you don't mind, within your research, looking into the fact that we don't get the same. Okay, not all of us or whatever, but let's just say the standard Black community. First of all, I get upset when our kids have to walk through metal detectors, all that kind of stuff, different environment, have to watch their lunchbox because, this and that. But please talk to us about, when not today, when you do your research, us not having the same opportunities within our school system and how things are changing so fast with AI and all this other stuff. Because in predominantly white communities, they got the $20 million to, put a whole AI virtual reality thing in there and pretty much give them all the college prep, and we don't have those same resources. So who do you think is going to get the job first? Who's going to go to the better college? Who's going to be in the right fraternity? Who's going to have the best connections? So I would love to hear that from you.
Absolutely. And that goes with the Carmelo Anthony's case. You know, he was in a predominantly white school. There were plenty of opportunities. It's so funny that you said that because I'm actually working on a project of, you know, the differences of that. So damn, I'm like, are you a brain reader?
Well, no. Well, the thing is I've always been irritated because, like, okay, so am I a mind reader? I wish I was. So let's say white neighborhood, right? We're just using this as an example. I'm not saying all black people live in the hood, you know what I'm saying? But let's say predominantly white neighborhood, they take, 3% property tax or whatever from $1 million homes and put it in their school system. And it's still okay to take, 3% from $100,000 homes, put it in their school system. They know. I'm feeling like it's Booker T. Washington, separate but equal. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. So, because it's not separate but equal. Because when a predominantly white school puts, makes 20, takes $20 million into virtual, I'm really saying, like, they're building robots, they're building AI, they're doing everything else. But unfortunately, our kids are learning math, science, whatever, the basics. So inherently, you know what they do? They don't get into the same level of college. They don't have Harvard on the resume or whatever the case may be. And then all of a sudden they come out, and who's going to get the job?
You make a very important point because there's Union Public Schools, which my kids were in elementary. And then they went to Tulsa Public Schools, and they immediately, my oldest immediately recognized that, hey, it's something going on here. Funding, this, that, and the third. And my oldest is like very, very spot on, keen, very detailed. And so that's why she's going to be an intern this summer to be a teacher. And so she wants to get back in that. And she said, if they just had the resources, if they had somebody in there that, could talk or word it right. So yeah, that's what we're going to actually be working on when she goes to college. Yeah, when she goes to college.
Look how many college prep, look at all the AP, like the advanced placement classes and all that other stuff. Look how much college credit. Who needs college credit more? A rich white kid or a middle lower black person? But the privilege get the the college preparatory classes, and we don't. So it's always gonna be we're trying to get ahead. It's always gonna be that. So somebody with privilege coming out here making black jokes or whatever. That's why I was a little bit irritated with Vic and with IB. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me, but it is what it is. I can't change people's minds.
Right. And this is my thing. So my oldest went from a wealthy school to Tulsa Public Schools, which is really not funded. I'm going to say through this school and program, she actually got a full scholarship ride, $325,000 worth. She declined because she didn't want to go to a college that they were going to pick. End up picking a college that she wanted to, got a $35,000 check in the mail, free ride.
Well, it's all about parenting, Dawson. That's all.
So that's why we're going to go back to the community that raised, that bred all these goodness into you. Go back into that community and you build it up. You be a part of that. Tulsa. She's a part of the national.
Sounds like amazing last words. Go ahead.
Yeah, one more thing. Let me brag one more time.
Keep talking. It's my
fault. The National Society. Hold on. It's something, but it's known like across the states. I just want to say thank y'all for giving me the opportunity. Like I said, if y'all have conversations like this, I'm all in for it. I will be sharing out the live. Once again, thank you, Envy, for the platform. Terry P, thank you for the insight. And
thank you, Tulsa. We do
living 70 years old. That is a big accomplishment. So definitely want to reach your milestones. Okay.
All right, Tulsa.
Have a wonderful day on purpose.
What you got, Terry?
Okay.
Thank you for coming
Like
up.
I
Go
said,
ahead.
I missed majority of your show, so I don't know what all went on. All I know is the conversation that I heard, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to treat people as individuals. You can't keep on grouping up people. Everybody walks, like I said, in their own two footsteps. Always move in respect. If you respect other people's boundaries, you never come across any problems. You have to move in respect. And that's the way I see it. I'm so sick of the racism. I'm so done with it. And
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that everybody could put on rose colored glasses and everybody looks the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um,
Absolutely.
it's ridiculous. So walk by your heart, and let your eyes
Terry, it
see
comes from a
everybody as
lot of
equal.
people's it comes from a lot of people's insecurities, to be honest with you. If you have to beat
Yeah,
somebody down and they've never done anything to you, that means you're insecure within yourself. And you need to go get
true.
counseling and feel like you're and stop competing. Just be a good person. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
there's good people and bad people, but I do appreciate you, Terry. You were the perfect
But thank
person
you
to
for
come
letting me
up.
come up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Anytime, Terry. I really do appreciate you.
Okay. You have a good day.
Okay, you do the same.
Thanks.
All right. I didn't know we were going there at all whatsoever, but honestly, I was surprised because, as I said, there was a 2-day setup for not really a setup, but there was like a 2-day thing for me to go back and forth with this gentleman about him being in a predominantly black motorcycle club and all that other stuff or whatever. I wish somebody would have spoke up a little bit before today after I had that scratch, but hopefully we took something from this. That wasn't the as I said, that wasn't the original content, but these conversations are necessary. And everybody in the chat, they gave their opinions. Well, not necessarily opinions, but looked at the facts, broke things down, and contributed to the commentary. I really, really do appreciate it. You will see RY and I back at 5:15. When I end this live, you're going to end up at Pizarro's. Tell Pizarro, tell them that I sent you. All right? Tell them I sent you, because you can't see that from StreamYard. They'll never know where you came from if you don't tell them I sent you. All right? So I'm going to go ahead and end this, and we will be back at 5:15 because RY and I have some things to say. I'll holler at y'all.